We are live. We already have 2 people. Early, it's 2 minutes.
Make sure it's Facebook and YouTube.
It says check for both of them. If you're here, tell us, hey, we got 3 people watching. And Miss Krista Moser will be joining us pretty soon. My goodness, look at all my gray you can see.
You can't even tell. Beautiful. You too.
Melinda's here. Woohoo, Melinda. We have people joining in to watch. This is so great. And are welcoming you today. And there, came back on. Carol Lansing, hi from New Mexico. Hi. Have known Krista for years. She's pretty awesome, isn't she? Noelle Copeland, love your show. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Yes, Noelle Copeland that says hello, love your show. She's so good. She's my daughter that's sitting right there working today. So yes, she loves it. Would you bring me my phone? I would just want to make sure that Krista was not trying to call me in case we are trying to connect with each other. Let's see. Actually, if Miss Noelle would care to, Everett, Washington. Here, would you please take care of that for me? So she might be trying to call right now.
You look a little fuzzy.
Am I looking a little fuzzy?
Yes.
Maybe because I'm moving around.
No, it's not as clear as normal is. Are you closer than normal?
No. Maybe it just needs to catch up. Am I looking fuzzy to everybody else?
Yes, you are looking fuzzy to everybody else.
Okay. Let me try sending something to.
You want me to talk to the masses while you call Krista?
Actually.
Because she says she has a Mac, and so the link's not working.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. We're going to work on this for just a second. I hope everybody's doing great out there. We're having a great day today.
You're looking a lot better.
She should be able to go on her Mac because it.
It says to use Safari, but then when she clicks the link Safari, they say it won't let her use Safari.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Peggy and Sue were supposed to be on a cruise with Krista this week.
I know.
Oh my God.
Let's try this link. Having a little bit of technical difficulties this morning. That wasn't right.
You look a lot better now.
Okay, good.
Oh, but Randy said you're still fuzzy.
Okay. Oh, there she is. I see her. Yay. Okay. So I see Krista, and we were just having, you're going to have to turn your phone the other way, Miss Krista. Or, okay. So I'm going to bring her on now since she is waiting in the background. This is Krista Moser of the Quilted Life. I'm so happy all of you all have joined us today at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store. I've had the pleasure of meeting Krista in the past, and she has come to taught at our I was going to say school, at our church. It is kind of a church here. At our quilt store, and fabric is our religion, right? And so she's come to teach here, and so I'm absolutely thrilled to have her with us. She's got some fabulous new patterns to tell you about, and I'm going to bring her on. Hey, Krista.
Hi. Can you
sure
hear me?
I can hear you, and we can see you, but you're sideways.
Oh, okay. So is that all it is? Is just turn it sideways? Let me do this.
She's upright. She's upright.
Oh, wait.
Right.
Oh, my daughter says you're upright on her phone.
Okay. Okay.
So
Right here too.
she's okay there too?
She's so cute.
Can you hear Lori in the background? So here she comes. Here she comes.
Yes,
She has to.
very good.
Oh my gosh. Whoops. There.
Yeah.
Very good.
She's right up on mine.
Okay, so you're sideways to me, but you're right up on everybody else. So we're
Okay.
doing good. It's all that matters is how they work, right?
And I think, did you just send me a new link? So I'm on my phone now because I couldn't get my
Okay.
laptop link, but I'm thinking the laptop link might be the way to go to show, so hands-free, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's still not giving me a Safari link. And it's so strange because their instructions say that if you're using a Mac, then a Safari is like the only way to go. So, but
Then I would, use whatever you use. Who knows how old their instructions are?
Yeah, well, that's true. But
Sometimes-
I do have Safari, but I didn't download any of the others because I thought, sure, I'm good. Safari it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is.
So-
You're all good. You're all
But-
good.
Yes. The problem is I oh. Are you there? I just dropped you
Yes.
for a second. Sorry.
That's okay. So we are so happy to have you. You have people from Libby, Montana, and Germany watching, and
Okay.
Wisconsin, and just everywhere. So we are
Wow.
so happy to have you.
Very
Again.
fun. Yes, I can hear some people saying stuff, but
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
won't say anything. It comes up on my Facebook feed where they are typing comments in.
Yes,
What you
yes,
hear
yes.
back here is Noelle and Kat. Noelle, my daughter,
Okay.
works with me, and
Okay.
Lori, my manager. They're talking back and forth, trying to get everything situated
Yeah.
computer-wise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Very good.
tell us, for the people who don't know you, tell us who you are and about your company.
Well, who I am. So Krista Moser. I've been quilting for gosh, now I have to think about it. I've been quilting for like 26 or 27 years. And
So you started when you were 1.
I was in the womb, yes.
Good answer.
And so yeah, and I started teaching a long time ago too. So actually I started teaching probably about 25 years ago. And because I actually came to quilting late in life, if you can imagine. I was a garment sewer
Wow.
before that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So having been a garment sewer for quite a few years, I brought a lot of garment techniques into the quilting world, which is something that is a huge aid when doing most of my quilts. Well, all of my quilt designs patterns actually use the 60-degree angle. And so we work with bias, triangles, diamonds, that kind of stuff, which is kind of a dirty word in the quilting world until you get used to it. And then it's not so bad. So working with bias is something that you do a lot of in the garment world. So it just didn't scare me. And here I am. I've been designing patterns. Well, I've been designing patterns for like probably close to 20 years, but never actually produced anything, professionally until 2017. So 3 years in. 28 patterns. The 28th pattern.
So just 3 years ago, you started publishing your patterns?
Yeah.
And like you're all over the place
I
now?
I know.
But that just shows you're talented and how talented you are, because your patterns are just fabulous.
Everybody loves them, and it's very cool because for the longest time I would teach classes on my own designs but never put it into print, and people would say, oh, you've got to put this into print, you've got to write it down, that, and I was just so timid, like, oh gosh, what a job. Now it's like, it's great because having people around the world, I hear from people everywhere all the time.
I know.
And I hear from people that are not English speakers because my patterns are really heavy on illustration and like pictures. And so I have a huge
color
following
pictures.
and color pictures. Yeah.
Color pictures.
Right. Well, I love color, but it's very fun to do illustrations that are almost like a pop-up book, like so you get the idea. It's almost like watching a tutorial. So I have people that don't even speak or read English, and they'll send me notes saying, I do your patterns because I don't need to read them.
Isn't that fun? Every now and then I have the same thing. My comments on YouTube, they comment to me in another language, and I'm like, okay. Thank you.
I'm glad it helped.
I know. So what was the first pattern you ever designed?
Oh gosh, let me think here. Probably Aztec diamonds, maybe kind of simple 2.5-inch strips. Light to dark. There were like 6 of them that I did kind of right away. They were all already sort of in my head. And so it was like the first 6 would be like Aztec diamonds, honeycomb hexagon, and hollow star. I think those were the first 3. And then shortly after it was like Argyle lad. And actually I have a copy. Maybe I should just show. I brought the stack in so I could remember what it was I had. Yeah, so like this would be Aztec diamonds. Very simple. Yep.
We have it.
And then a honeycomb hexagon. You can see that one.
Yes.
Try with the that one. And then hollow star. So let's get that. Yeah, that one.
Oh yes.
1, 2, 3. And then shortly after that, it was Argyle lad, which is kind of a guy's quilt. That was the idea for that one. Anyway.
And all of these are using your ruler, right?
Yeah. So that was a fun thing. Because I actually designed patterns before that ruler existed. And it was when Creative Grids contacted me because they saw the patterns that I was doing. And I was using, a few different rulers on the market, kind of bubblegum and baling wire, just to put different concepts together. But some of the patterns would be like, well, you need 3 rulers because this one will do this and this one, So it was nobody would ever make one of those patterns because they would not go buy those 3 rulers. So they Creative Grids contacted me and said, we really like what you're doing. Why did you use so-and-so's ruler? Because I'd used other brands and stuff, whatever was the right shape and size. I didn't, discriminate. So, but they say, why did you use so-and-so's ruler for this part of the pattern? And I just said, because you guys don't have a ruler that does all this stuff. And that's when they were like, okay, sounds good. So it was literally like a 20 or 30-minute conversation. And then about 20 minutes later, they called me back and just said, would you like to design our next ruler?
Why, yes.
Let me think about it. Yes.
No kidding.
Yeah. So that was how it first started. And I had so many ideas that I knew if I got these certain shapes, I could do like endless amount of things with them. And so initially they were kind of like, oh, wow, this is a lot of lines on this ruler.
But they all make so much sense and your ruler is so easy to use.
Yeah. And, I hear that from so many people too. And I'm so thrilled about it because I'm an extremely visual learner. And so I teach that way. And I just think maybe I'm also dyslexic. And so growing up, to learn, it was all visual. I couldn't read until I was almost 12. So it's just very funny to be thinking through a process, kind of like breaking it down to its most basic elements and seeing what, and I hear so many people say, oh my gosh, you're speaking my language. And that's like, good. That's good.
Yes. Yeah, because it's fabulous. And what I love about it is that you can use the one ruler to make all your patterns. So it's not like you have to, every time you come out with a new pattern, we have to go buy a new ruler. No, it's the same one.
And they're different.
Yes.
The patterns are all really different from each other.
They are. So you have some new ones lately, don't you? How many do
Yes,
you have
yes.
altogether? You start, was
So
it 20,
28. Well, okay, so
28?
it's 21 printed patterns. 22 printed patterns? I forget. I think it's 21 printed patterns. And maybe it's 27 now because I have 6 cut loose press patterns. Are you familiar with those?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we carry those as
Okay.
well. We carry
Yeah.
them, sure.
Yeah. So I have 6 that are like, there's 3 of them that are table runners, 2 baby quilts, and a regular size quilt. So those patterns are not manufactured by me. They are my designs. They wrote the instructions. They're very condensed in size, you know. So
Right.
they're good for little projects. But those also,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah. So
That's
it's
what.
just,
Are
you know,
those your feet?
no, those are Crystal's feet.
I always wonder whose feet are behind those.
Funny story with that one. I had this picture in my mind. I knew exactly what I wanted to do as far as like a photo, you know, like a photo op. And it was this bright sunny day, and I was trying to think of an outdoor pool. You know, I'm in Seattle. We don't have a lot of bright sunny days, right? So,
right. You got to run out when you do, right?
And so I had this whole thing planned for this great outdoor pool that was like at a golf course and real picturesque. And then it was like this bright sunny day, and I just called Crystal, who does all the shipping and all that, and I just said, meet me at this apartment complex. So out the window goes the golf course and the whole, you know, it was like, listen, this has to happen now.
Right.
And so we literally like ran down to this apartment complex that had this little tiny pool, and I was like, just hold it right here.
Yes. I love it when you have to do something quickly. Now I don't care. And you probably told her, "Don't worry what you look like. You're not going to be in the picture."
Yeah.
You forgot to say, "Except your feet."
Yeah, I just told her, no slippers. Wear flip flops. That's all we need.
Yeah, I do that to my family quite often. Also, you're not going to be in the picture, except maybe the top of your head.
Right. Don't worry. You don't have to look good. Yeah. So I have some new patterns. The one that's hanging behind me, actually, I hung it up just for you guys to see because nobody.
Oh, good, because somebody just asked, "What's the quilt right behind Krista's left shoulder?"
That one it's not even out yet. Well, wholesale houses are actually getting it this week, but it won't officially launch, for another couple of weeks. And it's called Two Scoops, and it's here's the pattern. Let me see if I can get it in the shot.
So cute.
Ice cream cones. Yes, ice cream cones, and then there's a baby quilt version too. So both in the same ice cream cones. It's candy. I'll see if I can show you a better picture. Can you guys see that?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. So we'll be carrying that then. I'm going to put it on our list. We carry your patterns. We carry your rulers.
Yes. So
that is just adorable.
And so the candy blocks, these are candy. And then we've got the ice cream. And then it just goes together in rows. So the whole thing, no Y seams or anything like that. You have these triangle settings. So you have hexagons, triangle, hexagon, and then the whole thing in a row like that. And the baby size is this one here. You can see.
Oh my gosh, how darling.
Isn't that cute?
Yes,
so
and that is adorable. And you could change all those candies into peppermints, can't you? Into the red and white.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Which I did that block smaller in the Buffalo Lodge, in place of the Buffalo Lodge Christmas set. I don't know if you saw that one, but that's this pattern here.
Yes.
Christmas tree skirt.
That's what Lori made her tree skirt out of.
Yes. Okay, right. So so
you
I
helped her with it.
That's she had a question. That's right. Yeah, that one. So I did a candy, peppermint pinwheel candy in the place of the tree. And then this version of that candy block is it's a little bigger. So takes up a little more space. But it's all done with the same ruler. And then this one's brand new, Biggie the Bee.
I love that one.
That one is,
Love it.
yeah. And I just did the, let me see if I can open it up. Yeah, here's the bright colored version. So the black and white version is the cover of the pattern, and then I just did it in the bright colors.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
Yes.
So cute.
So it's a totally different look with that bright. Because here's the original. Let me get it out here.
Right. And that's what I love about quilting. You can take the same pattern, change up the fabric, and it looks like a whole new quilt, doesn't it?
Yeah,
People will go, oh, I want that pattern. It's like, it's the same pattern. We just changed the fabrics.
I do that all the time. Every time I do it, I mean, the vintage windmills one is another one so these are all like new in the last couple of, there you go. In the last couple of weeks / that one came out April maybe.
Yes. We're still waiting on some of ours coming in. Everything's in a little bit slow motion with the distributors because they're all working with just half their staff and stuff. So we're waiting on your new ones. So show me.
So this one is let's see if I can just kind of unfold it. If you want to talk about quilts that change with fabric choice, this one is like wildly different. So here it is.
Ooh.
Yeah. Not fun.
Oh wow. Yes, I love those black what would you call it? Hexings behind it. The outlines. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to see if I can give you a close-up of the block because you're going to die. It's so easy.
Love that.
So here it is. It's just a triangle. It's a triangle. So it's a diamond, triangle. And you just do that 6 times all the way around.
Oh my goodness.
And it just goes together in rows. So there's no Y seams here either. You see that? So it's a triangle unit, triangle unit, triangle unit. And then you get the next one, triangle, triangle. Yeah. And
that is probably one of the things I love most about your patterns is that not only is your ruler easy to understand, your patterns are all in color. They're easy to understand. And the quilts are easy to do. They're not like complicated. Like, I never know people to just like start it and put it away and go, I can't figure out what's going on. It's like, it all makes so much sense. I love that about your stuff.
I think if and I get asked from other pattern designers, they're always asking me for advice or, how to kind of get started or do a good job, what to think of. And you know what? Honestly, what I tell them, teach. That's what I tell them every time. Because I think if you spend enough time in a classroom trying to teach your concepts, you will get a real feel for how people think and what they struggle with. Because people learn in different ways. And so when they're trying to kind of understand a concept and you're over their head, you're going to write patterns that are over their head. So if you spend enough time, just teach and you'll learn how to really, I don't want to say dumb it down because that sounds kind of like bad, but like you learn how to communicate when, like in a way that people will understand. So
absolutely.
The other version of it with color, different colors is this one, Christmas kind of.
Ooh.
You see that? Yeah.
Yes.
Same pattern.
Oh, wow. What fun.
Isn't that cool? So that is, that's what fabric choice will do,
Oh, my goodness. So what's the name of that pattern? Somebody asked, what's the name of the pattern that you're talking about right now?
That one is vintage. It's vintage windmills. This is the cover.
Vintage windmills. Okay.
Windmill, I guess it's vintage windmill. Yeah.
Okay.
That's vintage windmill.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the one. And that's just changing. Yeah. That's just changing. Somebody else asked right here, what is your favorite black stripe fabric that you use? What's the name of the stripe you like to use so much?
Okay. So I'm going to grab it here. I don't have, you want to see my very tiny closet of fabric? It's not big.
Yes.
This is all it is.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy to think that's all you have.
That's all I
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I know. People are like, how do you come up? I don't keep scraps. That's what it is. I make scraps
I don't either.
into scrap quilts and I give them away. So that's all I have.
Yeah. Yes, I totally get it. I remember that about you because I don't keep scraps either. I have a bin right now in the corner that I throw leftovers into, and but I don't have a closet of fabric.
Yeah. It's like that's all I have, and then I'm itching to use up what's in there. I'm like,
Yes.
I got to get this out of here because I almost always just buy fabric for a pattern. I have something in mind, and I get my color. Like I figure out a color scheme, and I go buy exactly what I need, and I don't even buy extra, which is bad. If I don't buy extra and I need a little extra, then I'm like really up a creek.
I know. Then you go back to the store, please.
Yes. I've been known to pay like $25 for a fat quarter shipped from Europe. Like,
been there, done that. I have some gorgeous double gauze that came from Australia.
Yes.
Yep.
All I got.
So,
This is This is the one I use. It's the Essex Yarn Guide. Robert Kaufman. Notice I actually do have a few yards of this one because I use it in a lot of stuff.
Okay. So it's Robert Kaufman Yarn Guide. Are you getting that, Lori? She's writing it down.
Yeah.
So we can carry it for you.
Essex Yarn Guide. It's so great. And it's a yarn guide, so it's the same on both sides. No right or wrong side. Really fun, easy to work with, adds a lot of dimension.
Yes. So how do you come up with your inspiration? How do you come up with your designs?
I'm trying to think because like the ice cream cone one, I just knew. I mean, the shape of my ruler, the 60-degree diamond ruler, I just knew I'd be able to get an ice cream cone out of that thing. I didn't know exactly how, but I was determined to figure it out. And I thought, and that candy block, I really liked the candy block, and I wanted to use it in another way, not just the red and white, at Christmas time. And I thought, gosh, I need to be able to figure out how to do an ice cream, make it fun. Do 2 different blocks. You can learn a lot of techniques with the ruler. So I just drummed away on it for a while, and it actually did take me kind of a while. I had several failed attempts. Normally I can figure it out in my head and then just do it. But this one I was like, okay, and I'm pretty good at math, but I was like, how, to get that ice cream cone to look cute. I have some that were like not cute. So, so I don't know. I come up with different ideas. I see a lot. My brother's an architect, so is my dad. And so I love architecture, and I like Art Deco design and, history of architecture stuff. So a lot of times I'll see shapes and I'll just think, hey, I really like that. That's cool. And then of course
back into it.
Yeah. I don't follow a whole lot of people like on Instagram or accounts because other quilters, but I follow a lot of like paper artists, textile architects, because you get inspiration from what other people are doing with woodworking. With something entirely different. So, yeah.
Interesting.
That's where it comes from everywhere. It's, it's fun.
Yes. Well, awesome. What are the last 5 patterns you've designed?
So, actually, you want to see, so this one, Bumblebee Blossoms, that one came.
Yes, look, we have that one right here behind us.
Yes.
Candy Mahaffey, one of my employees, made that. Isn't it gorgeous?
Yes.
I love it.
So that one is here. And it's basically the same thing. I just did it in just white and blue. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, how cute. Yes.
And
with the ladybugs.
A ladybug. Yeah. So
oh my gosh.
There you go. There it is. With a ladybug. All it is just the same idea. White flowers, blue background. in that block. So there's that one. And then the Buffalo Lodge, the tree skirt. Those that, and then one other this one is Rocket Roller Coaster.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love that. I was looking to see if I had that one yet. I don't.
Yeah. This one is so fun. It's literally 2 cuts. You do strip
really?
sets. Yeah. So you do strip sets, a background, 2.5-inch strips. So all you need is like a junior jelly roll, not even like a junior jelly roll, and then a background. And then you just do strip sets and you cut diamonds and triangles from them. And then you flip the pieces and then you get that serpentine. It's like so easy.
Yes. And I know, and everybody out there who's watching right now, when she says you just cut the strip and you flip it and everything, it sounds like what? But seriously, when you get her patterns and you get the ruler and you see it, you're like, duh.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense, and it comes together the right sizes, and you don't end up with wonky blocks everywhere. I mean, it just really works. So the way she's explaining it makes it sound like when the doctor says you'll experience some discomfort later, and discomfort to me sounds like, oh, an aspirin will do fine, but then it's really bad, So when she's like, you just cut it and you flip it like that, sometimes I would be like, yeah, right. But seriously, her stuff is the best. I just love it.
Easy. I want to
so easy.
I want to open it so that I can show you the pages and prove it. Okay. What she's saying is, okay, let's see. So here it is. You're just sewing these strips.
Yeah.
And then you're cutting them. This is what you see here. You're cutting them diamonds and triangles. And there you go. Then you flip those shapes and you get this.
Oh my gosh.
And then the whole thing just goes together in rows up and down. So there's no Y seams.
Oh my gosh. I just love your stuff. I can't wait to get it. I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Very simple.
I know. So somebody wants to know, do you design fabric?
Not yet, but I mean, this is the other funny thing. I've been asked by a few different companies, and the funny thing is I almost always just use solids or things that read pretty solid. And so I'm like, if I design fabric, and this is what I asked one of them. They said about designing fabric. I said, okay, tell me, if I design fabric for you, will you make me use it? He's like, well, maybe. I'm like, okay.
Well, you know what?
I design with like when I have a different quilt in mind, I have like a whole new color palette. I'm thinking of something, and so I'm afraid that if I were to design fabric and they were like, we want 3 quilts out of this, I'd be like, I don't know what to do. So, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, coming right up. Okay.
Like, oh my God. So I think if I were to design something, it would be probably like a basics line. That's what I would like to do. Is design some kind of a basics line that I could use again and again, different elements of it or something. Of course, it would involve stripes.
Check us out, and I don't remember if it's this Friday or next week. We have Jamie Fingal, who designs for RJR, and she has a basics line, but it's got little tiny micro print on it. So it reads as a solid from far away. Yeah. Very nice. It's called Hopscotch, and that would be like your stuff. It would so be cute. When we throw hopscotch in there, darling.
That would be, that's my style. That's my style. So I don't mind using other people's, I think there's some fabulous designers out there. And I'm thinking like, I might as well just support, what they're doing. Cause then I can change it up. So yeah.
Yes. So about how many hours a day do you get to quilt?
So I'd probably say like 8 or 9.
Oh, nice. You were supposed to be on a cruise this week, weren't you? I know. I have 2 of my customer friends that said we were supposed to be cruising with her this week.
Yeah. So everything being turned upside down. It's not just that's been canceled. They had, quite a few. well, let's see, the Sisters, outdoor quilt show.
I know. This was the first year I was going to get to go.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So disappointed.
So I was supposed to teach there five days. And then Shipshewana Festival, which is in Indiana, June. Same story. It's just a bummer because there was quite a lot going on, teaching multiple classes all around. So I'm just really hoping that, and so far everything has just been rescheduled or pushed out. So
good.
We're going to be fine. But yeah, I guess that's given me a whole lot of time to be home and working up new ideas. That's really all I've been doing. And sewing my scrap quilts.
Nice. Do you have pets or kids or pets and kids?
No. Yeah.
Kids act like
no, because I travel too much. And so, I mean, I would really like to have a puppy, but I travel too much and there's so much work. And, to get a good dog, you gotta be home a lot to train a good dog.
Yeah.
So yeah. So someday maybe, when I've been doing a lot more like YouTube tutorials and stuff, which may eventually, who knows what the future holds, right? But we may eventually kind of morph into some kind of an online, do more virtual teaching rather than traveling so much. So maybe then things will settle down. Yeah.
Right. Well, I have absolutely enjoyed visiting with you again. I'm waiting for the day that you can come back and teach here. I would love to get, and I've already got the class sold out just with my employees. So I'm waiting for that day to have you come back because we had so much fun while you were here. I promised I wouldn't keep you long, and I sure appreciate you taking the time to visit with us today. We love seeing your new stuff. I cannot say enough great stuff about your patterns and your designs. And of course you, because you're just as charming and friendly as ever. Every time I meet you, you're just like a little burst of sunshine. You're like a little starburst candy, You are just so great. And
totally
that's just what makes quilting and talking to different people fun and inspiring. And you always inspire us. We see your stuff and go, I want to stop everything I'm doing and sew. And that is just what I love about it.
Thanks, Tisha. That's
so
really
thank you so much. And the ruler that we have, if everybody signs off right now, we do have the ruler in our website, and so you can find that at notyourmamasquiltstore.com. We'll be getting her new fabric patterns, not fabrics. We'll be getting her new patterns in pretty soon. I apologize because, like I said, stuff is running slow right now, but we're getting it in as fast as our suppliers can get it. So just be on the lookout through our website, newsletters, and Facebook and Instagram. So thank you so much for visiting with us today. And stay 6 feet away and be safe.
That's right. Bye now.
Okay. Bye. So everybody, I'm so happy you all joined us today, and I hope that you enjoyed meeting with her. We have just a great time. She is as charming in person as she is on the video. I mean, she is just a doll, and always does such great patterns. I'm excited to carry her new ones. They will be coming out now, except that new one that she said is maybe just going to the printer right now. So maybe not even a month that we'll be getting it, which will be very exciting. Join us. Today is Monday, May 18th. Join us on, is it Friday that we have Jamie Fingal? Natalie Barnes. I'm sorry, this coming Friday at 2:00, we are going to have Natalie Barnes of Beyond the Reef Fabric. She is a fabric designer and a pattern designer, and we are going to have her visit us. We carry her stuff pretty regularly. She's got a new line coming out, which is going to be just fabulous, and yes, we're getting it in. And so I will be talking to you then. Are we doing a thing tonight? Yes, she's looking at me.
Ask everyone for thumbs up if they want to.
Okay. Do you all want us, for the ones who are still close by, on Monday nights at 7, we've been having a live and showing fabrics and selling it on live, Facebook Live. If you want to do that, would you all give us a thumbs up? We're kind of sitting on the fence whether we should do it or not. What we do is if you see us, we'll show you a particular bolt of fabric. We have it numbered, and then you can tell us, yes, I want number 12 and I want a yard. And then we invoice people and they can either pick it up or we'll mail it to them. Lots of thumbs up. So tune in tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and we will be doing a live what would you call it? Show and tell and buy. You can buy it if you want. So I will be doing that again tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you at 7 Central Time. Bye.